Let me tell you about the time I went for a job interview. I'm a student at Brigham Young University. I, I was really looking forward to an internship. It was my second to last semester, and I didn't really have many options. I was willing to take anything that came along. Fortunately, in my career workshop class, teaching you how to be employable, someone named Emily Whitlock from the Rexburg Standard Journal here in our little town in Idaho came to us offering an internship for anyone interested. I jumped at the chance. I didn't even know what the job was. Grabbed a business card and emailed her what little of my resume that I could. What they wanted was a staff writer, a journalist. I've never done anything of the sort. I just started journalism for the first time last semester working for the school newspaper. I wrote 2 articles about that time, so yeah, not much to brag about. Still, I had high hopes of getting the internship because I needed it. So I emailed them what little I had, a tiny little blog, what little I had on my resume, which is janitor, graveyard shift. Yeah, it didn't really promise much. But still, I got an email back saying that I had an interview set up for the next day. So I was looking forward to it. Confidence brimming. But as I made my way 30 minutes early to this interview, I got to where the address said I should be on Google Maps. I was in a bunch of residential areas. Not very promising. So I knock on the door, which was supposedly the right place, and a woman came to the door with her baby in her arms, asking if she could help me. I was asking, is this the local newspaper? And it's like a deer in the headlights. She gave me this blank stare. And so I was a little worried at this point. I started driving around town hoping something would make sense. So I rushed back home, tried to plug in the address as best I could. I'm never using Google Maps again. Finally, I found the right place, and as I'm driving there, I'm a couple of minutes late for the interview at this point. I get a text message saying, "Where are you?" Not very promising. I finally make it to the interview, and 15 minutes late. But she was very supportive. We go downstairs to a quiet little room beneath the building. She went right into the questions, asking me, how would you form a question during interviews, and what is your experience so far? I did my best to keep calm, wipe sweat from my brow. I think I portrayed myself pretty well. At the very end, the very last question she asked was, do you have a car? Yeah, she said I was the first intern to say yes. So that was very helpful. The next day, she told me I got the job. I had no idea how I did. I asked her, why me? And she said, you had an air of professionalism that we were looking for. And I don't know how many other people went in for those interviews, but yeah, that was my first and probably worst interview, and I got the job.